say that definitely can't or whatever. That was my point. Where did it come from?
Where did what come from?
Well, I was wondering and asking you, where did that statement come from when you said
Oh,
I know for a fact?
I'll talk to you about it offline.
That's what
You
we're
know what I
talking
mean?
about.
Yeah. Hey, welcome everybody. This is Real Brothers for the real world, and welcome to our digital neighborhood once again. I'm sorry that I've been away for a while, but I was kind of duking it out with pneumonia. So now that I'm kicking pneumonia,
I was
it was
wondering
kicking my ass, but
where did
now
that.
that I'm what just happened?
I did that.
Now that I'm kicking pneumonia's ass, and pneumonia was kicking my ass for a while, but now it's my turn. So I'm feeling a little bit better. Still not as strong as I need to be. I'm still not 100%, but I'm good.
Yeah.
So, and I thank all of the people that sent me well wishes and checked on me or whatever. But yeah, so welcome to the show tonight. It's Super Bowl night, so
Absolutely.
yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm TL, and that's my man Stace.
Yo, what's up,
And
y'all?
we are Real Brothers.
All right. Once again, y'all, welcome to the Real Brothers of the Real World. This is our weekly podcast. It's good to have TL back. Last week I had to wing it. I didn't know which buttons to push, so I got on late. Thank you for being patient with us. But as they say, you got to keep moving forward, and that's what we do. Nike, it's good to see you again, man. I'm glad you're feeling better. You're looking better. You sounding better because before, man, you were coughing up like cars. It was sounding rough, man. So welcome back. Actually, we're gonna kind of touch on that today. We're gonna kind of touch on it. But like I said, today is Super Bowl Sunday. I know everybody's gonna be glued to the TV, but if you want to hop on, give us a little update on how things are going. Let us know what you think about the halftime show, which Terry you asked about. Feel free to click the link.
Interested in seeing.
Feel free to click the link. The link is out there. Feel free to click the link and join us. But right now, y'all, we have a couple topics that we want to touch on, and I'm gonna list them out right now. First of all, Nike, who do you have in the Super Bowl, man? Anyone?
Rams.
You like the Rams? Why though? Why? What is it?
They stacked.
So
they defensive stack and they offensive stack. If they lose, they don't have no excuse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know too much about either team, man. So I don't have a dog in this fight. All right. Topic number one: the financial bubble. Are you prepared? Number two, was bussin, as we call it, some people call it the dozens. Was bussin just hating in disguise? Number three, black trust and bringing up the rear is men's unhealthy lifestyles. Wow. That can go take all different forms. And the gear looks good, Nike. The gear that Nike is wearing.
Yeah, that's right.
He's modeling.
The gear is in.
Get your swag. Get your swag. It is available now. Put it out there. We gotta just kind of we took pictures of it. Terry took the pictures, so we're gonna load it up shortly with the prices and everything.
Yeah, I've been working on the site all day. And that's why I came in, wanted to switch up my pitch up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of rocking the bandana tonight, I threw on the
get yourself some Real Brother swag. All right.
That's right.
Good night. Do you have a random?
My random, matter of fact, yeah, I do got a random now.
You do? Okay.
Talking about the gear. You know what I mean? Pick up your gear on our site, and especially these hats, because they're not that expensive. And when you see somebody rocking a MAGA hat, you can let them know that you ain't with that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You down with the real, for real.
Right.
You know what I mean? So MAGA can go ahead with that.
Okay. So this is like the opposite of MAGA.
Yeah.
This is
we the superhero to the MAGA villain.
Yeah. This is the anti-MAGA. Get yourself
anti-MAGA all day.
And when you rock it, you can get on here and show us how you look with it on. All right.
Yeah. So send it when you get your gear. Send us some pictures. Let us see what you look like.
Right. Okay. All right. So, Nike, where you want to go with these topics, man?
Let me see, man. I think
The financial bubble was bussin just hating in disguise, black trust, and men's unhealthy lifestyles.
I want to say the bussin joint for later, man.
Oh, you want to say that?
That's
For
gonna be my joint.
Okay. All right.
All right. Let's do, you know me. Let's do the financial bubble. Are you
Okay.
prepared?
Okay. All right. So, well, first of all, how did we come up with this as a topic? What spurred us to want to discuss this? What was it?
Well, I believe we was talking about what weren't we talking about when what's his name? The guy that owned Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg? Yeah.
Yeah, he lost like $30 billion in
Right.
one day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know he can, you know what I mean, he can come
Yeah.
back from that
Right. Yeah.
or whatever, but you know what I mean, it's like
30 billion is 30
that's a
billion.
big hit.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then another thing is we were talking about like how the supply chain is getting worse and worse. You know what I mean? So that's a little bit concerning. And if you notice, we're following the same trajectory as we did in 2008. Does everybody remember 2008?
Some of the housing bubble.
Yeah, it was a housing bubble, but this time it's going to be even worse because we have a shortage of we have a shortage of we have a food shortage. You got truckers on strike, so it's, the supply chain is all messed up.
Truckers aren't on strike, are they? No, you talking about in Canada?
Yeah,
That's not a
that
strike.
affects
It's a
us.
protest.
That affects us.
It does, but it's a protest. And did you
But
know
still,
that
they're not delivering their service? They're not delivering them goods.
some of them, right? Yeah,
And
but it's not
then
right. It's
there's a shortage on wood and other natural resources. You know what I mean?
see, but you know, like I still, when you listen to the folk that are in the know and they talk about, you know, where we are as far as the supply, they're still pointing more to the effects of COVID. You know, people being out of work, not having the ability to get the warehouses cranking out. You know, more so than anything else. Right. Yeah.
All of that plays a part.
Well, but then if that's the case, then as COVID continues to dissipate, then things should come back to normal, right? Like you said, if that's a big part of it, and COVID continues to wane, then people will come back to will return to work, and things will get back to normal. Then,
you think things are gonna get back to normal?
yeah, I think so. I mean, I think you know, it was a big hit, and the other reason that they put out there, you know, Nike, was that you have all this money in the economy now, and people that had access to these dollars and they couldn't spend them. That's the other thing. Remember, all the stores and everything were closed, and they're still not totally open. So people had no other choice but to save. So now, as the economy opens and
Who
continues,
had no choice but to save?
the people when the stores and everything closed down, we couldn't spend our money. Remember, we couldn't go to the store and buy stuff. Well, I mean, on
People
Amazon,
spending that money.
no, not like they did when the economy was open though. Because you had to only do Amazon.
yeah.
All the malls were closed, and like most people don't order TVs and stuff on Amazon. You go into stores for that.
How many? So what? They were spending. Hey,
No, but
how many people do you think got any of that money left from them checks?
some people probably do. Some people do. But listen to this though. But listen to this though, Nike. When people couldn't go to the malls to spend their money, we know that. Some people will buy on Amazon, but you know, like me, I'm new to Amazon, and Amazon has been out for a long time.
You are new to Amazon.
Exactly.
Brick and mortar is going away.
But listen to this
That's why
though.
Amazon have a distribution center in every city now.
Right. Amazon benefited from this pandemic. There's no question about that. But the what I'm trying to hear me out.
Who's the richest man in the world?
No, you didn't let me finish.
Right,
so what I'm trying to get at is that if people can't go out to the malls and the shopping centers to spend their money, they held on to a lot of it. Were some people buying things on Amazon? Yes, but most people don't buy things like TVs and stuff on Amazon. So therefore, once the economy starts to open and the stores open, now you have a rush of people going out with money to buy things, and that helped also to make prices go up.
quick question. You talking about TVs, right?
No doubt now.
Did Walmart ever close their doors?
Check it out.
Yeah, they did. They had to. Yeah.
No, Walmart did not close their
No.
doors.
Wait a minute. Let me back up.
No,
The
they
ones-
didn't.
Listen, the ones that had groceries did not. You're right. If you go to a super Walmart that had groceries, which is a necessity, you weren't forced to close. But if you were to a regular Walmart that didn't have
So
groceries,
those Walmart sold TVs, right?
oh yeah,
And
but
computers and everything
correct.
else.
But
So
what about the
people
Best
spent
Buys?
that money.
What about the Best Buys? What about all the other stores? Now you do have stores that have groceries that also sell electronics, but that's not the majority. What
I'm not talking about groceries. I'm talking about big ticket items that people were spending that money. I seen it. I seen people buying stuff.
But you saw what happened in your community. You didn't see the economy as a whole, nor did you pull up the stats and look at the numbers. So again, I'm saying that
And you
most
did?
of the people, yeah, because I listen to the stories about it. Well, I can't do it now, but most of the people, I know I can't Google and read it and talk at the same time. But most of the people didn't have the ability to spend that money. They were receiving the money. They could spend it on the things that they needed, but they weren't buying, as you say, big ticket items at the same level.
Wait.
Am I saying it's not? No, did you hear me though?
Go ahead.
What I said is, I'm not saying that no TVs were sold at all. I said they weren't buying those big ticket items at the same level as they did prior to the pandemic. And you saying it didn't go down at all? Is that what you're saying?
People was spending that money.
You didn't answer my question. I asked you,
What's the question?
saying, my question is, are you saying that those big ticket purchases did not take a dip when those stores closed? That TV sales remained the same throughout? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not just talking about TV sales.
We're talking about big ticket items, right?
Big ticket items like Yeezys, Jordans, other shit, jewelry, all that shit you can get online. You don't have to go into brick and mortar stores. Are like dinosaurs. They're going out of style. Because you don't have to leave the comfort of your house in order to get whatever you want.
So is gasoline cars driven by gasoline, but they still exist.
What are we talking about?
Because you're saying that brick and mortar
nothing to do with what we're talking about. Gasoline has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about.
You know what? You're not listening. What I'm doing is I'm drawing an analogy. You said brick and mortar stores are going away. I said yes, they are going away. So is cars that are driven by gasolines, but they're still here. So they're still bringing gas to gas stations. And when something affects gas prices, although electric cars are there, it still affects. It's still there's still a cost or whatever. You know, maybe lose my train of thought. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Do you know why all these car companies are switching to electric instead of gas?
No,
besides the other reason, because that's the environment.
People want it. People want it. I'm answering. People are calling for electric cars,
right?
I mean, that's part of it.
Also, a shortage of natural resources.
Well, okay, wait a minute. So how does that tie in, though?
Natural resources is gas, oil.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Well, they've been saying that for the longest. You know, so you're right. And again, because
right, so they're not getting. They've been saying that for the longest, but they're not getting any. All right, go ahead.
People, the people in the society are, like you always talk about, are concerned about the economy. I mean, the environment. So those people are calling for more environmental friendly modes of transportation, right?
And I said, besides the environment. The other reason is because, like you just stated, we have been running short on natural resources for a while. So it's not like they're adding more natural resources because they're natural resources.
Right.
Get what I'm saying?
I agree with that. That plays a big part of it. Absolutely. You know, because like you said, that's it, that those resources are finite. They don't last forever. You know.
Right.
So you have to prepare
after a while, right. After a while, gas driven motors or cars are going to be, they're going to be a thing like that's going to be like old school.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. What did the net say? The stores were able to stay open, but selling hand sanitizer. But the online shopping was crazy. People that never ordered online were shopping, and that's what I said. That was me. So Amazon and those stores that have an online presence benefited from everything that happened. Absolutely.
She also said that.
Wait, let me see. The money was being spent, but is Lynette saying that the money was just being spent at the same level as it was prior to the pandemic? I'm sure
Yep,
she.
because
I'm sure she.
people didn't have that kind of money prior to the pandemic. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? All of that money, that was extra money. That was like, coming from the government. That wasn't them working for that check. That
Right.
was
Right.
to them, that was free money. And,
Right.
and
Right.
for one thing, we are off the topic. So let's get back on the topic, because the question was, are you ready
Oh wow.
the financial bubble? Are you
Wow.
prepared? So
Right.
let me ask you, bro, are you prepared?
For a financial bubble, you know what? I would have to say, yeah, Nike. Because, well, first of all, if I guess the way that you get through it is as long as you have income, then you have a fighting chance. So hopefully you're not in an industry that an industry that dies out. You know what I mean?
When all right, in 2008, right? What was one of the main things that
Housing.
happened in what was the main thing that happened in 2008 while people were losing their houses in droves?
People got laid off.
There you go.
Yeah, people got laid.
So
See,
that's
but
coming
again,
again, and that's
but
part of what I'm saying. So all right, so let's say you got laid off next week. What you gonna do?
yeah, I'll be up Craps Creek. I'll be up the creek, man.
It ain't just you though.
I know it's most
That's
people.
in
Yeah.
general.
No,
That's in general.
most
if
people
I get laid off, I'm fucked.
Right, absolutely,
You know what I mean?
absolutely. All right, well then let me ask you then. Well, let me say then, as far as being, you want to have months of money stashed, you want to have access to food. I guess those are the necessities: food and water. And actually, and even with that being said, even less so money, because if it, well, we're talking about a financial bubble, not the end of the world. We're not talking about.
I'm talking about a financial, like when I say financial bubble, that's
Talking
covering
about-
housing.
right,
That's
financial
covering
systems.
that's covering stocks.
We're talking about the financial systems, right?
Right.
So if you're not heavily invested in that stuff, then you're
No, man, that's not the way that works.
But no, wait a minute, wait. Maybe I'm not understanding. What are you referring to then? What are you referring to?
When those people who own the majority of the stock for these corporations, when they not getting the return on their investment, they dumping the stock, right?
Absolutely, right.
That's what makes it go. That's what drives the stock market down.
Right.
So if that stock market goes down, they saying, "Oh, I'm not keeping my money in that. I need to get my money out of there."
Right.
So when they take their money out, now that's when the layoffs come, because the shareholders, they're not going to lose money.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Well,
so
but
they're going to take your check, my check, and whoever else's check to make up those shareholders' money.
So in other words, when you talk about being ready, then what do you do? Are you prepared for the financial bubble?
I am. Yes.
Okay. How?
Yes, sir.
How?
Because for one, I got a stash.
Money?
Cash.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then every time I go to the grocery store, I pick up an extra can of vegetables or extra
that's a
can
good idea.
of soup.
That's a good idea.
Extra can of whatever.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Stuff that is
not
noodle.
Non-perishable.
Right. Now, man, every
now,
time I
that's a
go
good
to
idea.
the store, I pick up something. Even if it's only like $1 or $2, you know
that's
what I mean?
a very good idea.
Right.
Absolutely.
I do that.
And to have a stash of that, right. That's a good idea.
Right. And then,
with that being said, Mike, I'm gonna do that because that's a very good, simple. That's not panicking.
I mean, that's not hard.
That's a good idea. You know what? Terry's on to something, y'all. Lynette, as he said, next time you go to the supermarket, everybody, it's a good idea. Buy one extra.
You got to be prepared.
A couple cans, some of that dry good stuff that's non-perishables. Just in case, whether it happens or not, You can't go wrong with that. That's a
Right,
very
because it's non-perishable. So, if by next year or whenever,
nothing
I
happens.
mean, everything is cool, everything is
Feel good.
fine.
Right.
You got food. You still got food. You know what I mean? That you
Yeah.
that you
Yo,
done
nice. All right.
piled up.
You convinced me, man. That's a really good idea. Really good idea. That's
Yeah,
like a trap
yeah. I'm just
question.
saying.
You
And
only
then you
asked
got
the
to get a
question 'cause
firearm stage. You got to get a firearm
here it
because
comes.
if you think no, listen,
I got you. I understand.
listen. So if you think like crime is
Nice
high
and clean.
now,
That's right, Pat.
if
True.
if you think crime is high now, wait until the bubble bursts. People gonna be starving. People are starving, right? Like, how can we be the richest country in the world and still have people that can't eat? That don't make sense to me at all. Like,
Yeah.
they spend all this money on these military budgets and all of that, and all this dark money going to like Lockheed Martin and what is the other one?
Boeing.
And all these places. Come on, man. We don't need how many nuclear bombs do you need?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like
That's a good point.
that money can be funneled to the masses.
Right.
Now, I mean, we don't have to it. America is too rich and too powerful to have people that are homeless, people that are starving. That makes no sense.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. There are definitely places where adjustments could be made to help address some of those issues. Actually, what they said was as a result of this money that went out with the pandemic, it pulled so many kids out of poverty. A lot of kids were pulled out of poverty as a result of that extra money. The problem is now, are they going to let it continue? Or are they going to roll everything back? That's the
personally,
question.
I don't believe that, and I'm gonna tell you why.
You don't believe what?
That kids were pulled out of poverty because of those stimulus checks
above the poverty line. But what do you mean?
What is the what is the poverty line? Where is the poverty line?
I don't have a number. I don't know.
Because those checks were like 2,500, right? You maybe got what, 2 checks like 2,500 at tops.
No, but they
right?
got
Something
extra
like
money
that.
in food stamps too, though.
Right. Okay. And food
They got
stamps.
extra a lot.
How is that pulling you above the poverty
Well,
line?
because as you just said, if a lot of kids out there and parents didn't know where their next meal was coming from, if they got extra SNAP benefits, now they do. And
that allows them to eat, so they're not starving. But that doesn't mean that they are above the poverty line.
Well, see, but when you calculating what constitutes poverty, food is a part of it. You know, having access to food plays a part in it. What did that say? Hell no, it pulled up no one. No, what she say? Prayed a bill that month.
Right. She said it didn't pull up nothing. She paid a bill that month.
Well, maybe, but she's maybe talking about her specific situation. But what I'm talking about is see, Nike, but you can't say what you know. I'm talking about what economists say. There are people that study these things, and they study the whole country, not just the people, their neighborhood and their friends that they know. I'm telling you what the economists said, not what I'm making up.
Economists, when they're on TV, they're talking about stocks. They're talking about the Dow. They're talking about the stock, the S&P. That's the information that they're doling out. They're not talking about the average person. They're not talking about people that live in impoverished areas. They're not concerned with that. So when they say, oh, the economy, like, so right now they say, oh, the economy is doing pretty good. Really? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
No. I mean, well, the economy is doing good. Yeah. The economy is doing good. Well,
who are you asking?
I mean, no, I'm telling you, job. Listen, the unemployment rate, is it up or down?
It's down.
Right. The unemployment rate is down. Okay. Right. The stock market, is the stock market up or down?
Last time I checked, it was down.
But compared to years ago, the stock market is lately it's been
I
bit.
I have no knowledge of.
Now, I follow
the stock market to
I do.
Any other year.
I follow it. The stock market is still up historically. Okay, another question.
Wait, what was it? What was it a couple years ago?
Last question. Are wages up or down?
Wages haven't moved. Really.
Yes, they have. Nike, I hire people. Wages. Listen, Nike. Listen,
At your
Terry.
store.
No,
You
no,
don't
no,
hire
no.
people.
No.
Right.
But I'm talking about what the industry had to do to bring people out. Well, first of all, the minimum wage went up, right? You know that, right?
You know what the minimum wage should be? The
No,
minimum
you
wage should be between
you have to
25.
answer my
Wait, let me
question.
finish.
No,
You asked me a question. Let me answer it.
No, I
You
asked you.
asked me a question. Let me answer it.
Okay, I said, let me ask it again to get it. I asked you, is the minimum wage up or down, or salaries up or down?
Salaries are down.
No, they're not. That is wrong.
Yes,
salaries are up.
They are.
Okay, now go ahead. Now,
Yes,
okay.
they are.
Okay, go ahead, Nike. Finish what you were
Because let me tell you why. Well, let me answer your first question, which was, I don't know, you cut me off, so now I lost my train of thought.
What was it?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta let me. I was answering the question that you asked me. What was the question you asked me?
The economy.
The economy, is it up or down?
Right.
The economy currently, I would say. Oh no, you asked me what was minimum wage. That's what you asked me.
I asked you, did you know that minimum wage went up? And then you said what it should be.
Not everywhere. Minimum wage did not go up everywhere, because right here in North Carolina, people are not making $15 an hour like some other areas. So no, it hasn't gone up. And you can and for real, you can't live on $15 an hour. Are you kidding?
Wait,
$15 an hour. Wait. Let me get it. So with the price of inflation over the last few years, people should be just to keep up with yearly inflation, right? People should be making $25 to $26 an hour as minimum wage.
I've heard that.
So if you're making under $10 an hour, under $15 an hour, you working so you can go to work.
Wow. Yeah.
And it shouldn't be that way.
I work,
that. You pay your little bills that you can pay. You pay some gas, and now what?
Let me read you something.
They keep you. It's like a gerbil on a wheel.
Now I'm gonna read something.
Running on that wheel.
Right.
Right.
No, I agree with you. I agree with that. I'm not gonna disagree with that. I'm gonna read something to you. Over the past year, workers' hourly pay has increased by 4.8%. So therefore, the stats, as I said, the fact is salaries have gone up. So therefore,
if you're making $10 an hour,
let me finish this. So therefore, as I said, the economy isn't the economy is a strong economy right now. It's a strong economy. I mean, you can.
It is definitely not a strong economy right now, Stace.
Okay.
Because of the supply, just because of the supply chain shortage alone. When we got all of this merchandise, we couldn't get half of it in because nobody had it. He said it's sitting on some ship or sitting on some dock somewhere.
Right.
Come on, man. Like,
I
know it's cool to have a positive attitude, but you also have to be realistic.
But no. It's not talking about a positive attitude. That statement I read to you was a fact. I stated a fact. I said, and it's not about a cool attitude. The three questions that I asked you, you agree with each one of them, and they were all positive. So you agree with all three of them that the salaries are going up. You agree that the unemployment rate is down. You agree that the unemployment rate is down. You agree that it was two other questions I asked you that you agree with, and I just read to you the stat or the fact that salaries have increased. So it has nothing to do with positive. But listen to this. Let me finish this, and I'm gonna listen.
But that has nothing. Answer your questions.
That has nothing to do with having a positive attitude. Those are facts. But I'm listening now. Okay.
All right. So if you're making $10 an hour, right, and you get a 4.8% increase, what are you making?
Yeah, it's close to what? That's
$14.80.
Yeah. No, that's 10. But anyway, go ahead. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying. I agree that the minimum wage should be higher.
So what is that doing, really?
I agree with that statement there, but as far as keeping it focused on what we were talking about, like I said, the economy is not a weak economy. It's not, and that's part of the problem. And I agree with you that the minimum wage should go up. I agree with that. All right, you ready? All right, we got was bussin' just hating in disguise. We have black trust and men's unhealthy lifestyles. Let's lighten it up some. All right, let's go with bussin'.
All All
Let's
right,
light
we
it
go
up.
with bussin'.
Yeah, let's go with bussin'. All right, was bussin' just hating in disguise? I thought that was interesting. Well, first of all, I say no because when we bust on each other, that the only thing it takes, like to have the is the end. All you need is the end. In order, the only reason why we bust on something is because we saw something. We identified a flaw that we were then able to exploit to make fun of somebody. But
Listen, all right, I agree with that to a certain extent, but sometimes cats be just hating because I can remember. Like, I'll give you a specific example. I remember way back in the day when we was going down South Street, right? And back then I had a couple of dollars back then, so I had my little fly gear on. It was on July 4th. It was on the 4th of July. Remember this shit? I had my little red, white, and blue, shirt. And,
I remember that.
oh wait. Pat said, "Can we explain bussin'?"
All right. In fact,
yeah, I had the red, white, and blue.
Hold on. I remember that. You had a flag shirt on.
Yeah. All right, go
Pat,
ahead.
let's explain it to Pat. Pat, busting is when you
Like
cracking
playing the
jokes
dozens.
on somebody else, right? Like the dozens. If you see something funny on somebody, you can bring it up.
Cracking, whatever you want to call it. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Teasing, I guess. Teasing somebody. But I remember that night you had on that shirt.
So we
the
down
flag
South
on.
Street in Philly, and then I had, I'm fresh as death, head to
Right,
toe. I'm thinking
right.
I'm killing the game.
Right.
I come down the joint. These niggas like, I think it was Vic. I see him like give somebody the elbow joint, like they went in on me so hard, cuz.
But
They was calling me. They was like
the flag.
I think it was somebody. I think it was Shice was like, "Yo, man, no, it was Pooch." He was like, "Man, you gotta get them jeans to the emergency room." He's like, "We need color stat."
Yo,
because they were like the Stonewatch.
Yo, that's crazy. I remember that.
Yo,
I remember
y'all
that.
was burning me that
You
night.
had on a button-up straight with like a flag. It had like red stripes and stars and all that.
No, it didn't. No, it was the jeans that had
No,
the
but
red,
the
white,
shirt-
and John on the pocket.
But your shirt had like stripes or something on it too, though.
No, it was just a blue
Like a flag shirt.
and it had it was a blue shirt and it had red stripe on the side.
I said that. I said it had stripes on it.
Yeah, but it only had one stripe on the side, and
But
the jeans had a little.
It still resembled the flag. But
yo,
you think that we were
y'all
hating?
went in.
But you think it was hate? You think it was hate?
That night, I thought it was hate. I'm like, these niggas hate.
No, Nike. Let me tell you something.
I got me a few numbers that night.
Nike,
Y'all,
listen
you
to me.
crazy. I got me a few numbers that night.
Since when did busting on somebody have anything to do with whether you could get a number or not? As I said, I don't think it's hate because all you need is something that you can make funny, and then as you know, once one person starts, it's off the rails.
Yeah,
it's over. But I don't think that's hate though. I just think that one person saw a flaw or what we perceived to be a flaw, and we went in. So now I'll say this though.
I remember you had them boots in the cafeteria with the dogs on the jaw. Yes, you did. You had these boots with the dog on the side. I'm like, check these ends out. Them the new joints.
Hey,
the joints. we getting it in.
You said they the hunting joints out.
Yo.
Put the dogs out. No, you just took you take the dogs off. You throw them. You throw them at the item that you chase.
Yo,
man. I don't remember that. A boot with a dog on it.
Yeah. Hey, yo, you know who's the best at busting down the 6th?
Hold up, Rob.
For everybody don't know what we talking about the 6th.
It was
Rob,
down
16th Street. Yo.
It was Rob.
Rob
was good.
Rob Mosley.
Right. But also you had Reg.
Oh yeah, Reg. Yeah,
Reg is wild.
Like him, Shiceberg. Yo, man, you couldn't go
but
down there with.
But everybody had a moment. Everybody, all of us had a moment where
they concentrate on you for a minute.
No. I mean, as far as all it takes is for one person to come up with something funny, and that'll keep it going. everybody has come up with something that everybody has been able to use and keep it going. You know what I mean? So now Rob and the ones we named might have been good at getting it started.
Right.
But everybody had a moment.
But you had to have your skills sharp.
You did.
You know what I mean? When we got together, your skills had to be together. Like, you know what I mean? You couldn't come down there being weak.
That's why I don't think it had anything to do with hating, though. I just think it just had and like to a certain extent, you also had to have wow.
Damn. Yo, man on his retard. Oh, I ain't mean to say that. No, you can't say that. You can't say that, Steve.
He's gonna come and slap you in your mouth.
Yeah, right. Man. No, you can't say that.
You also
mentally challenged. How about that?
Right. You also had to be able to throw it back because sometimes that kept people off your back. If somebody knew that you were good at busing,
I had to have my skills sharp when I went down there. I was prepared.
Like you weren't the best at busting. Like
I didn't say I was the best. I wasn't the best. I think Rob was the best.
Right? Yeah. They were sharp. They were sharp. But like I don't think it was hating though, man. I don't think it was hating. I think it could be you come out ashy,
man.
You know, you bust on family.
Ashy.
Yeah,
family.
you bust on family. You bust on somebody's crib.
Yo, I remember one time I told Berg, I was like, "Damn, man, your house so small." The mailman put his mail in your mail slide. That joint drop in the backyard.
Like, that was a riddle.
That was But back then it was fun, man.
Right.
You had to be there. Yeah.
Yo, but they don't.
I killed with that one.
Listen, Nike. Some dude I heard him talking the other day, and talking about how he busts. He started saying the things that he was saying. I'm sitting there looking at him like, yo, that made no sense. Because when the busing now, they don't bust on the person. It was like, you know, mama jokes or your mom, so those kind of jokes. I'm just listening to him like that wasn't busting. That's
like
busting.
your mom wear a turkey wig with a gravy ball spot and all that.
Right. You can sprinkle those in. You know, you could sprinkle those in, but that wasn't busting. That wasn't. That, or at least not. That wasn't the way.
That's not how we did it. You know what I mean?
That's not the way we
cut you.
We cut you.
We used to cut you.
Right.
We
would make people cry. Yeah. Right. People get mad. People get mad. You know, like you said, you had to come down there ready, man.
That's a good time though, man. You know what I'm saying? See, like people, like these young boys out here now, they don't really, you know what I mean? They don't really socialize like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of stuff, like bonded us together, kinda. You know what I mean? Because we all was from the same place. We all had the same shit. You know what I mean? Our lives was fucked up. Like our lives was fucked up together. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? We made the best of it. They say that most comedians have gone through like dark times. You know what I'm saying?
Dark moments,
and you have to be able to, like, you know what I mean? You have
find humor in that.
Yeah, find humor in your situation. We used to do that shit on a regular.
All the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. That's how even now, when you ask the young people, do they like school? And they're like, they don't want to go to school and all that kind of stuff. To me, that's amazing because that was one of the reasons why we wanted to go to school, because it was so enjoyable. We had a good time. No? Yeah, man, because that's where we all were, Nike. We were all in school, busting and having fun, you know.
Yeah, we was, instead of doing what we were supposed to do in school. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was good, but we had fun in school. And again, that's where all your homies were. You know.
Yeah. And my grandma's spot was the congregation spot.
That was it.
At when you cut last period or last after lunch, we out.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, nope. Hey, to all the young folks, don't listen to that bullshit, because don't do that.
Some of us got left down as a result of it.
Stop playing.
Some of us did. Like, some of us got left down.
But anyway, yeah. But that was good times, right?
It was good time, man. It was good time.
Yeah,
I would, you know, at night, when I look back, man, even the way that we came up, I wouldn't trade it in for the world, because I always say that had we come up a little differently, we wouldn't be the people we are now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. And here's another thing: 40 or 50 years later, what we do when we get together?
Still, I was gonna say it earlier.
You like, damn, why you got them jeans on? Like, or why you know what I mean?
Right. It would still be the same.
Yeah, you know.
Still the same.
Yeah.
All right,
Anyway,
that was a nice one.
It's all out of love. It's all out of love. All right.
But you know, I do have one thing, like,
what?
I was talking about busing to a friend of mine, and the question that she's indicated like that's bullying.
Because they like I couldn't be one of these millennials. I think they call it millennials, whatever, because I'm not sensitive like that. You know what I'm saying?
But
Because I was raised by Ann Black, right? My grandmother. She wouldn't be able to survive these days. She would be canceled or whatever. Whatever they do. Because when she saw somebody that was slow or whatever, you know what, she was using the R word.
Right.
She used the N word like it made her tongue feel good. You know what I'm saying?
Is bussin bullying though? Did you feel
it is today. It is today because you know we used to go into clubs and shit like that, and somebody had some whack gear on. We going in on them and we don't even know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get shot now.
Wow. Because oddly enough, I had to sit back and think about it. I never felt bullied. I just felt.
Oh no, we didn't feel bullied because we ain't sensitive like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a different, like this generation is real sensitive about like social media has made people hypersensitive about everything.
Right.
Think about it. Think about how we were when we were younger, right?
Mm-hmm.
We ain't had no internet and all of that. And back then, a spade was a spade. We don't care what, you know what I'm saying? That's why I have to watch, like my wife be like, you know, you gotta calm down with some of that stuff. You know what I mean? Like when I speak, I'm not speaking to hurt nobody's feelings.
What you do sometimes, or can.
But I do sometimes unintentionally. You know what I mean? Because you know the name of our show and our movement is Real Brothers.
Right.
And what do we say we do?
No. We bring realness to it, but at the same
Realness.
time, though, you still have to consider other people. Like that's like nigga. You know, think about somebody. Look at what Joe Rogan is going through now as a result of using that word and everything else. I mean, he could say that
back in the day, Joe, it wasn't no internet. Like I said, it wasn't no internet back then.
No, but
Joe Rogan would have said nigger in front of somebody, especially if he said it in somebody black. He'd have got punched in the mouth.
Exactly. So I mean, my point is that it's not right though. My point is that it's not right though.
You have the right to say whatever you want, but you have to know that there's consequences and repercussions to your words.
But so therefore, again, agree. So therefore, we agree then that it's still not right. It's not right. You know, he shouldn't just.
No, it's not right. What I'm saying is the sensitivity of this generation is like super sensitive about.
But everything. You know what, but this is the challenge though. This is the challenge because then Joe Rogan could say, I don't believe y'all still sensitive about the use of that word. And that's
always going to be an issue. That's
my point is though, listen to this. And it's not a different situation. What I'm saying is if there's something that could be said that's hurtful to someone, then you have to be mindful of that. Like you just said, you're not saying these things to intentionally hurt someone, but if you are, then you curtail it, right?
But sometimes, Stace, sometimes you can't tell the truth without hurting somebody, or you can't speak what your truth is without hurting somebody.
I don't agree with that.
Not everybody is going to agree with what you say.
But I don't agree with the premise of what you just said, though, that you can't tell your truth without hurting someone. How can your truth be hurting someone else?
Because
so I truly believe that a lot of y'all are niggas. What I mean is that that's what I'm saying. How could your truth be hurtful to someone else? I don't understand that.
All right, I'll give you an example, right? I'm not a religious person, right? But I believe in God. But I believe that God is inside me. God is. I
understand what you're saying. Yeah. God is internal.
You know, like I meditate and I have a personal relationship with God. Like I let God guide my movement. You get what I'm saying? But I don't attend nobody's church. I've read a bunch. I've read the Quran. I've read the Bible. I've read. this other book. I can't remember right now off the top
The
of my
Bible?
head.
The Bible?
No, I said the Bible.
Okay, I was just
But the
joking.
thing is, it's not that I don't. It's not that I don't agree with the things that are in the Bible. I just or the Quran or any other holy book, right? I understand it, but the thing is, I don't. In my personal opinion, I don't have to have a conduit to my God. My
Right.
God, my God is we like this.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
But what does that have
I
to
don't
do?
have to
Bring,
go to
bring it
nobody's
home.
church.
Yeah, bring it home. What does that have to do with your truth hurting someone else's feelings?
So if I say that I don't believe in Jesus, or if I don't believe that Jesus was white, that's going to hurt somebody's feelings.
It shouldn't. It
Why
shouldn't.
shouldn't?
That's your opinion. I mean, you know, and
But
yeah, see, I think that's different. Like,
that you don't think
that's
that will
different.
hurt somebody's opinion?
No. I said it shouldn't. You know, I don't. That's different though. That's
People
different.
get in
because-
trouble for stuff like that all the time, Stace.
Yeah, but again, I think that again, if there's something that we're saying that's found offensive to someone else, like nigger, like the Redskins, and that kind of stuff, then I think that a person should make an adjustment. You know, if somebody
If you
deems
go
something
around
being
adjusting your
racist,
life to what, if you go around adjusting your life to what makes other people happy, you're never gonna find happiness yourself.
no, I disagree with that too. Again, we're talking about. I disagree with that. No. I'm talking about using those kind of words. I don't mean changing who you are. I'm saying if I tell Joe Rogan, which he realizes now that word is offensive, he should stop saying it, right? Or are you saying that he should?
No,
keep
that's
saying it?
true. But you keep bringing up the same.
Oh, I'm using that as an example, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that
offensive
example
to
is a
one
bad
person.
example because that like that doesn't have two sides to it. You know what I'm saying? Like that
It
doesn't
does.
have.
No, it does. What if he grew up in the South using that word what if he says I'm saying it with the AS? I'm not calling you. What if he says, Nike?
Still saying it. He's
No.
still saying it.
Listen. Let me ask you a question. What if Joe Rogan said that when I use that word, I'm using it as a term of love, like we do? What about that?
He can't do it.
See, but that's my point. So there is another side to it. He could say that because
I just said that. I said there's another side to it.
You said there's
No. I said there's not another side
exactly,
to it.
right?
Because it's not. Because it's offensive. There's no reason that a white person
to you. But if they say
so
that
you
they
okay
use
with
it as a
people
term,
saying
no,
nigga?
I'm not. What I'm saying is
about?
there is no other side to it. There's no, there is an other side. There's
What's the other side, Steve?
Again, if he says, I don't think that it's right, but if he says that I'm using it the way y'all do as a term of endearment,
that's cool.
That's his opinion. No, it's not, but that's his opinion.
That's what I'm talking about. It's not cool no matter how you slice it. No matter how you slice it, if a white person says nigger, there's no, oh, well, he was
offensive.
Cool. That's cool.
I agree.
No, fuck that.
So you agree then that because earlier you said if you go around changing the way you speak to make other people comfortable, but you agree now that he needs to, though. He needs to adjust the way that he.
I said if you go around changing what you think and what you believe to make other people happy, you're never going to find happiness for yourself.
Okay.
You have to be who you are.
And if
every person is an individual. And
what if that includes? What if you grew up all your life in the South and you found out that all those racial?
I live in the South right now.
Let me finish. Let me finish my question. What if you grew up in the South all your life and you've used terms and done things to people, and you now recently found out that people hated it and it has always been offensive? Should you change?
Should you change?
Should you change?
Depends on what it is.
I mean, one example was the use of the word nigga. That's one example. That's one example.
If a white person uses the word nigga, Stace, it is only one-sided. There is no, oh, it's cool.
So we agree.
There's no cool side.
So we agree. We agree. Because so you should change. You should change. If you felt comfortable using that word before, and now people are telling you that it's offensive, you should change. We agree. All right. Let's.
We don't agree. No, we don't agree. We don't agree.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We're gonna slide on. We're gonna slide on. All right. We got two more left, Nike. We got. Oh, actually, yeah. Look at this. Look at the time. We got men's. We probably need to do this night. Men's unhealthy lifestyles. The last one we had is Black Trust. Maybe we'll push that one to next week.
Nah, man, I want to hit the Black Trust.
You don't want to
We
do
can
the
hit
unhealthy
both,
lifestyles?
but the Black Trust has more meat. You
I mean,
don't agree?
Well, I thought you wanted to do the healthy lifestyles, talking about everything that just happened.
Yeah, I do. We can get to it.
I mean, we got 10 minutes
It'll
left.
run a little long. We can get to it.
Okay, all right. So where do you want to go?
Black Trust.
All right. Where do you fall on that?
So I was looking at a podcast from what's her name? Dr. Venus. Hold on.
Little.
Dr. Venus Opal.
Oh, okay.
She has a podcast.
Because you're bringing your wife in this joint. All right.
Nah. Dr. Venus Opal, and she had on her show. It said, "Why do we not revel in our brothers and sisters' success?" And I thought about that, and I listened to what she was saying on it, and I kind of had to agree with her, because that is part of what our culture. That is part of what's wrong with our culture. She mentioned a thing called Plantation Syndrome, right? And the way she explained it was, of course, you had slaves, a slave mentality, right? But you have the slave mentality from, we would say, the field slaves, which would equate to slaves that or people that are a little, no, not really poor, but a little less fortunate than other people, than some of their counterparts, right? And then we had the house slave, right, who was a little bit more had a little bit more, because they're in the house, they had access to different things, right? And that equates to, like, some of our black people who have nice jobs, nice houses, nice this, nice that. But what it is we have a trust issue. Like so the house slaves have a problem with the field slaves because they don't trust who they are, right? Or they don't trust. They're trying to keep their position in the house.
Right.
So
Right.
they're not really trying to hear what a field slave is talking about, right?
Right. And they think
and then the field slave is jealous and envious of the house slave and doing everything that he can to get him back to the field, because why he deserved to be in the house. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's kind of a sad situation, because that's how we have been programmed over these 400 years. So
you
that's
think
why that's one of the reasons I think that it's hard for us to come together in unity and support each other. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, I don't know about how it got to this point, I mean, and the fact that I
just told you how.
That's what I was gonna say. The fact that I can't say I don't know, I don't have an opinion on how it got here. I mean, that I can see that makes sense what you said.
It's just programming over hundreds of years, until it's just main.
The other thing with that, though, in human nature, though, people always want what the other person has also, regardless,
Yeah, sometimes, but okay, take I'm gonna give you a good example. Take Asian people, right? And I'm talking about, in India, and also China, Asia, all of that, right? When they come to America, they get a job or they get a business, and then the next thing you know, they bring in their family over, right?
Right.
Then they bringing their friends over, right? Then they bringing this person over. Then they selling that business to somebody of their culture,
Right.
and then they opening up a new business and bringing more. So that's the difference between uh, their successes and our failures, right? It's the same thing like with Jewish people. Jewish people, they congregate at the synagogue, and the synagogue is not all about religion. Some of the synagogue is about, okay, well,
Like our
you have this,
churches.
right?
Like
You
our
have this,
churches.
but different, because they have, like, you might have a lawyer or an accountant, and they're going to use their people for
Churches do
whatever
that
they
too,
need.
Knight. I mean, you know what? Now, this what I say about that. I do believe that. I think things a lot of times we think that things are only happening in our communities, um, but I think other communities and cultures have the same issues. What you just laid out as far as the churches, black churches do that too. They have they call them ministries. They have the legal ministry. They have the marriage ministry. They have counseling ministry. So they do the same thing. They have accountants. So black churches do the same thing. And this other last part here, other coaches do the same. Black coaches do the same thing as far as bringing their families over here. I know Jamaican people that moved over here, and then I hear them saying they're bringing their sister over here or they're bringing their cousin over here. So other coaches do the, our culture does the same thing. I just think sometimes we think that things that we aren't doing
I'm
things.
talking about Americans that are already here, States, like
You talking
in a
about
com-
African
in a-
Americans, black people.
our communities, right?
Right.
Our African American communities. I'm not talking about
Well, who are you going to
like,
reach over and bring over from Africa?
we don't know. See,
But
and
that's
that's
my
another.
point.
That's part, right, and that's part of the problem, because I would say that most black people can't identify where they came from.
Correct.
Right.
Right.
So all we have is us.
That's right.
All we have is what is here.
Right.
And if we don't come together, then
Okay, I
like,
see what you're saying.
you
Okay,
get what I'm
you're
saying?
saying
Like,
the ones that are here. Why don't we work together? Because we
right.
don't have connections
Exactly.
to Africa. Okay,
Right.
yeah, no,
Exactly.
you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. Now, I mean, and again, the reason that
It's
you
kinda
gave
sad.
that kind of where it, as it relayed back to slavery, that makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense. But you know what, Knight, I'll say this though. And again, I can't only talk, and I've never seen the stats, but I do know a lot of black folk that do collaborate. It does
Yeah,
happen.
I know people that could collaborate too.
It
I
does,
mean,
right.
like barbershop. We go to the
Right,
barbershop.
right,
We
right,
support our black
right,
businesses,
right.
but not on the same level as other cultures. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just think
We can do better.
we could do better.
We
That's
can
what
do,
I'm saying.
absolutely, absolutely.
better.
I agree with that. There's always room for improvement. I
Yeah.
agree with that wholeheartedly.
We got to
can do
get rid
better.
of that, like that crab in the barrel mentality, right?
Yeah.
Because if I have a business and I'm doing well, I have a chance to reach back, and that's
right.
another problem. We
Yeah.
don't. A lot of us don't reach back. Like
Not
we should.
enough of us.
Not enough of it.
Right.
Right.
Right. No.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. I
but
think
the
what
thing
you
is,
said.
like, if you support me, I can support you.
We definitely have to do better. There's always room
Right.
for improvement. And we definitely have to do better. But now, as you talked about me having a positive outlook, you're right. I do, because I think that we are doing better. I think that enough of us now are aware that we are all that we have. So I think that we are doing better.
We're doing better, States, but it's been hundreds of years. We have been talking the same game plan for I don't know how long. Like, and it's all
Since we were kidnapped and brought over.
right. So to me, that tells me that a lot of it is just posturing. A lot of it is just talk, because if we're not interested in doing what it takes to get to where we need to be, then we can't keep blaming them. We
See,
gotta blame us.
But I just said that I think that we are doing better. So I think we're making strides. Does that mean that we're there yet? No, we do it. Does that mean that we have a long way to go? Yeah, we do have a long way to go.
Yeah,
But
but what
I
I'm
think
saying,
that it starts with being aware, and then and then making strides and enacting some of those initiatives. And that's what I'm saying. I think that we are some change is happening. Some change is happening. Is it fast enough? No, but I see change though, Night. I see us doing better.
how come other cultures have gotten reparations? That's one. Because why? Because black folk can't unite enough to in order to get reparations. You know what I mean?
But
we
Terry,
have to take action and not just keep talking about it.
But Night, there are people doing that as we speak. There are people fighting for reparations. Are you think that nobody's fighting for reparations?
Us.
Huh?
Yeah, us.
You want black
That's what
folk?
the GoFundMe is for.
No, but are you saying that we're the only ones?
No, I didn't say.
Okay, well, that's my point. People have been doing this since, people have been doing it. This has been happening for a long time. This is not new. People have been fighting for reparations for the longest. That's what I'm saying. So people are striving. It just takes time. It takes
How much time? I mean, after 400 years, how much time we need?
Let me ask you this, Night. How long have you been fighting for this? How long have you been bringing this up? How long have you been in this fight? A year.
A year.
You new to this. That's what I'm saying. You just getting started. There have been people that have been doing this.
I'm not just getting started. I'm just getting my own thing started.
Well,
That's
Night,
different. It's a difference.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Night?
Because I've been on marches and stuff like that. But the thing is, I'm new to having my own. Like I'm new to trying to start my own movement. You know what I mean? Our own movement.
But
See,
Night,
that's what I'm new at.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that, so therefore, as we just said, you're saying that people aren't trying to, black people aren't trying to fight for reparations. What I'm saying is that fight has been going on forever. You just getting started into it, but that fight has been started.
Right.
Can you move quicker?
So all right, since you said that fight has been started, give me when did that fight start?
Come on, Night. I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
saying.
How am I supposed to know that? Yeah, how am I supposed to know that? I mean,
how can you just made that statement? How can you not? I mean, you can't back up your statement. When did it start?
I have no idea. I don't know, Night. So
Huh?
I don't know. I don't know the date.
Approximately, not even exact date. Approximately, how long we've been fighting for reparations?
I don't know. I don't know, Night. I don't know. I know that it didn't start with you though. I know that.
I didn't say it started with me. I didn't say.
And that's my point. My point is, all I'm trying to get across to you, Nike, is that this isn't new.
I didn't say I started.
People have been trying to do this for years, but you're saying people. You just said early on that people aren't coming together trying to fight for reparations, and I'm saying I disagree with that. They have been. It just hasn't happened yet. That's what I'm saying.
In my opinion, and it's my opinion,
right?
I think a lot of us like to do this.
Mm-hmm. A lot of us do. Yeah.
A lot of us like to do this. Mm-hmm. So I took it upon myself to have some kind of action, right? I'm not saying I'll be successful, but I'll be damned if I ain't gonna try.
Now, what somebody
would sit back and just be like, man.
Listen, Nike. You talk about unity, right? So listen to this, Nike. So listen to this, though, Nike. You talking about having the other side. You talk about unity, right? How we need to come together, right?
Right.
Together. What if somebody asks you, why did you start a new one instead of coming and join me with my fight? Since this has been going on for 30 years.
Maybe mine will.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that working together? And there lies part of the problem.
What you mean? Are we working together?
There lies part of because you talk about.
I would support anybody who's reparations. If they had a reparations suit, I would support it.
But then why didn't you? Why didn't you?
Because I don't know of anybody that has a reparations. Okay, who has a reparations lawsuit right now? I don't
know. I told you that. But you
talking about then?
But then why didn't you seek it out and join somebody else's movement rather than starting your own? Because then, so the next person 5 years from now, right? They're gonna start their own. So now you have 1 million.
Hopefully in 5 years.
But listen. Let's play it out. Let's play it out.
All right,
so after 5 years, now you got 1 million people that started a new lawsuit for reparations instead of those 1 million people coming under one lawsuit. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
You be coming up with the craziest stuff,
You talking about working
together. 1 million
together,
people gonna file a reparations lawsuit.
You talk about working together, right? Nah, you talking about working together, right? So wouldn't it make sense
if somebody already had one, I would be with them 100%.
But
Sign a petition,
you could
sign
have
my
found
name
out.
on the dotted line, do
You could
whatever,
have found
do
out.
whatever I had to do.
Yeah, you could have found out. You could have found out. You didn't look. You didn't look.
Because I'm not just running my mouth. Because I'm not just running my mouth.
Yeah, but you're not. But you're not working in the vein of unity either. Unity is working together.
Anybody who wants to join Real Brothers can join Real Brothers.
We talked about that a while ago. Now we talked about, but listen to this. We talked about why do our organizations not last, and we said that it's because people don't work together, and therein lies the problem, because somebody opened a new one, and we just talked about this as far as spreading things thin. So instead of joining the one that's existing, trying to make that work to get everybody unified.
Which one is existing?
Listen. To get everyone unified, you know what everyone does? They go start their own. Now instead of having one big one, you got a million small ones.
Name one. You keep saying a million small ones, and you
That's
keep,
a moot point. That's a moot point.
Spewing out all this stuff,
has
but
nothing
you're not
to do with
backing up what you're saying.
I told you that.
A million
I told
who?
you that I don't know. I told you that
How
I
you
know.
gonna say what you're saying then if you don't know?
Did you go? I don't know what. That
posted,
this isn't something new.
You don't know who has a reparations lawsuit.
I can find out. You want me to find out? Yeah, I'm gonna find out right now. So then, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna join theirs?
If they need me, yeah, why not?
Well, they come on now. They always need you. All right, I'm gonna find one.
Find them.
Okay. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Where are we going with the topics?
Huh?
With the topics, where are we going?
No doubt now.
You
done with
that one already? We done with that one already?
No, go ahead. If you got something to say on it.
Come on, man. Stace, you gotta do. Come on, man.
Go ahead. I mean, you got something else on it?
Nah. I'm done.
Done with that one?
Yeah,
all right.
I don't believe my man ain't. How can you not support your own organization trying to get reparations? I don't understand that.
Is that a question?
Huh?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's a question.
Scratch that, Mike. Scratch that.
Wow.
Don't, because that's not what we're talking about. But go ahead.
I thought that's what we were talking about. Wait. No.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. All right, we're going to men's unhealthy lifestyles.
All right.
Or do you want to table that for next week?
No doubt now.
It's
9:08.
Now, yeah, we might as well table it, man. The Super Bowl is on,
Check it out now.
so we might as well table that, and then we'll get back to that next week. All right. So what you got in closing, man?
In closing, I got. Look, Real Brothers is trying to have a movement. You know, it's okay if you don't want to join our movement. Join somebody's movement. You know what I mean? We have to come together. That's why Real Brothers is in like almost 20 different other groups on here. You know what I mean? Black Lives Matter. Hold on, let me pull up a few.
No, just
Lives.
Okay. Huh? No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, you asking why I don't.
No. This is in closing. You're doing your closing. Remember, we're closing.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, in closing, y'all try to support us. We got some good gear coming up. The website should be done. I keep saying it should be done by I've been working on it all day. I'm hoping to have it finished by tomorrow.
Check it out.
We accept PayPal right now. You see the gear. We got hats. We got shirts. We got Dickies. Try to support the movement. You know, we're trying to make this the anti-MAGA. You know what I mean? And just rock with us or rock with somebody. You know what I mean? If it ain't us, rock with somebody. And like always, love is the new black.
Nice. All right, y'all. Once again, thank you for joining in. Terry, I'm glad you're feeling better. Welcome back from your little hiatus. Or
yeah, man, that pneumonia's a bitch.
Yeah. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to check us out on all of the major platforms, less Spotify. We came off Spotify. Right. So again, thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next week. We understand that today is the Super Bowl, as everybody's saying. Hope you're enjoying yourself, and we'll catch up to y'all next week.
All right,
peace.
We out.
Get out now.